my mid-20s.
Right.
The first time I really came over here. You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And I formed a bunch of opinions about the town.
Like so many others, I was absolutely devastated to learn last night that Hayden Panettiere passed at just 36 years old. But when you really start to think about what Hayden had been saying and doing in the months leading up to her death, the whole circumstance becomes a little bit more unsettling. Because just 3 months ago, Hayden released a memoir called This Is Me, A Reckoning, detailing her entire life in Hollywood. And she started talking about addiction, her own words, the abuse I went through at the hands of the people that were supposed to be there to protect me. And now, 3 months later, Hayden Panettiere is. So yes, I have questions and they might not be the ones you're expecting. I understand that there's no evidence of foul play or suspicious circumstances, but what I am saying is that what Hayden told us about her life is disturbing enough without inventing a conspiracy. Hayden started working at 11 months old, already under enormous pressure to perform when the adults around her realized that she was exceptionally talented at crying on command and they would constantly have her do it. And she says that as she got older, she had to reach for increasingly painful memories to produce that emotion. And at a certain point, she started wondering what repeatedly putting herself through that exercise was doing to her psychologically. Think about that. A child demonstrates an extraordinary ability to access an emotional range. And instead of asking whether constantly forcing her into that headspace might damage her, it became an asset to those adults around her. Fast forward to 16 years old, where Hayden details an adult that she trusted supplying her with non-prescribed happy pills.
Yes, when something like this happens, a lot of people have different opinions on it. Taking a look at this, I have seen all kind of videos, some attributing to Hollywood, some attributing maybe because of what she was going through. Ask yourself why. 3 months ago, she released this memo and people did not even really pay attention to what she was saying. And she has passed away. A lot of people are going back to look into some of these interviews she had. They're actually saying a lot that she said. That's to tell you that when you are still alive, people really don't care about certain things about you until you pass away. I'm reacting on this video because I've seen a lot of people with opinions on this case. Very important. We take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm if you share the video. Please hip the video. They highly recommend clips on this channel.
Tragic death. And there's been a lot of information out there. You'll go online, you'll see people discussing that Hollywood is the reason that this happened, that they're behind it because Hayden was exposing the industry that she grew up in, was abused in. She spoke about it in her memoir, in her book, on podcasts. And then there's situations going on with her ex-boyfriend who was very physically abusive to her. She also wrote about that in the memoir. So you're probably very confused. So let's just debrief everything that we know right now, 28 hours removed. Jack Mac debrief, the trial of Hayden Panettiere. Let's start with this clip. Hayden was on a podcast with Jay Shetty on purpose after her memoir came out. In the book, she talked about how she had a traumatic experience when she was 19, I believe, where an industry friend set her up, at 18, to end up alone in bed with a naked, very famous man while stuck on a boat. This clip is going re-viral today. Hayden talked about it in her memoir and how she grew up in Hollywood and felt that she was groomed, and also felt there was a lot of inappropriate advances from executives throughout her time as a young girl in Hollywood. Does this mean that Hollywood took her out? That's a huge accusation. I'm not going to tell you what to think, but this story is important, a part of Hayden's unfortunate, just tragic life. There's so much in her memoir about this. Her relationship with her mother. She lost her brother. A tragic life. She struggled with a lot of this stuff so much she had to give up custody of her daughter. She opened up all about this in her memoir. Now, what do we know at this point about Hayden? Circumstances surrounding under investigation by Greenville Police Department and Greenville County Coroner's Office. The preliminary investigation has not indicated any signs of foul play or suspicious circumstances. According to 911 dispatch audio obtained by TMZ,
You know what troubles me a lot is when something happens to someone, a lot of people are always there to draw conclusions very fast. I saw this yesterday. I didn't want to put out videos because I wanted to know the facts before going into reporting, sharing my thought about the whole situation. People have right to question anything because nowadays this is happening frequently and we end up knowing nothing. Yeah, the truth will not come out. Similar situation has happened to young people like this when they speak out about some powerful people. Suddenly something bad happened to them. This has actually triggered people to be questioning narratives like this.
There's an older man in it, and then basically told to perform, and
Oh yeah, perspective completely shifted, and I realized that I was in danger. But by the time I'd realized I was in danger, I was quite literally out to sea, and it was that moment shook me and was shocking, and I was quite literally walked down, and I had been having a great time. There was no hints.
And because the pro-black warriors are already starting, why do y'all care about this white girl passing? You want to know why we care about this white girl passing? Because she didn't mind to work with any of us, black or brown. Okay, she had the kind of energy that you can't fake. You can tell when a white woman is fake and she don't really like people of color. She was not that. Do you see that smile? That is a genuine smile, and she had it every time you had a camera on her, every time somebody spoke to her. She was not a white woman that if you went up to her, she would, move, don't touch me, don't. No, she embraced all of her fans, no matter what race they were. She did not walk past little black girls and little brown girls, pass them up.
You should not blame people, questioning this whole case. Yeah, don't blame them. But what I'm concerned is the fact that some people always like to keep certain kind of information. Like, oh, why are black people now talking about this? Why are these? I don't know why race is even coming into this. Like, what is this? Race should have nothing to do with this. Yeah, being a public figure, you have fans everywhere. There are people that watches you don't even know if they follow you through social media. Now something has happened. What this lady is saying on this video, I don't blame her. She's actually calling out people who are questioning why do black people start talking about her. Oh, I don't.
I had been crying once people figured out that I could cry on cue the way that I did. It was in everything, literally every scene.
Thank you guys for always being there, supporting, sharing out the videos. If you look at the whole situation and the controversies attaching to it, you will clearly know the truth. Please, as of the short clips you see at the end, that's for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
Always celebrating. She took it well. She said she just wants to spend more time with her husband, the Grinch. Be happy that the crazy lady.
Thing is, can you?
Quick question: if you're here tonight,
Whatever it is
bring
zero
it
to
up
do with
because
me.
it sounds.
explain what happens so people know.
They were releasing how much 40 years old that the sun and the moon were not the same thing.
Wants to know the strangest part of going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
wow.
Dust Blossom turned into this fabulous actress.
Sunny from The View. I am so sick of you and Whoopi.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
We will be okay if you.
Diversity for diversity's sake being crammed down our throats.
The Hunger Games.
Loves to work. It's, I had a group of guys,
Is cool. And of that, you
All eyes on California
people. And so this is my
Antinous, Odysseus,
Telemachus. This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what takes the
August $4.20.
Yes, at the end of the day, people have right to question everything.